Day is a little that's real. And like I say, when you think about it, that's all we have. We have what's real that's going on that you can feel. And it ain't no bullshit for you to be believing in. Why I say this is because it happened once before with the Holocaust. So you gotta realize that they can do this shit. I want you people to think about this as we going through this journey together of the truth on the Truth channel, because it's just trying to warn a brother and a sister. So when I say that the truth is the truth, period, fuck all the bullshit, I mean just what the fuck I said when I said what I said and how I said it. Because I'm starting to get to the point where I'm upset, even though I can't stand up and do nothing about it. But I'm not upset with any one individual altogether. I'm upset simply because y'all not thinking for yourself. When I say y'all not thinking for yourself, I can ask you simple questions which the creator of all of us is not telling me to ask you, it's giving me to ask you. And I choose to ask you because I have free will. And the question is, who is in between you loving you? The creator is already there. And I say the creator is already there because love is the creator's original name before man changed it to God to twist you up in this thing called religion. I'm going to give you something to think about. For instance, your belief system. Think about that. It's another system to believe in. When you already not a system, you are a living, conscious, thinking human living here. Think about that, people. Think about that. Because as we go into this journey of the truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. I say it again, the truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. Now I give you something to go along with that flavor for your neighbor, which you're supposed to care about just as well as you care about you. The truth is the truth. Slippery, so lies can't hold on. Lies just slide off, and the truth carries on. In a loving, perfect world of peaceful people loving, knowing the Creator is the love unconditionally that they feel, to know that they real, to know after coming out of conscious, unconscious sleep, to be consciously awake. You are consciously thinking about what you're going to do for that day. And you're not waiting on no God or no Jesus to do it for you. That's the twist that you was twisted up for never to know you supposed to believe in the creator in you. Because the creativity in you is the creator of you that spark before there's smoke of fire. That unconditional feeling of love that you know, that lets you know that you are alive. Because you're living, baby. We wasn't created to live as someone else's slave. We was created to work with each other in getting these things. We are never supposed to have a ruler over us if the creator don't rule over us. Because if the creator, which is the divine, sparks in everything that goes on in your mind, Do you think the Creator would be divine if the Creator was to control your mind and take away your free will? Man done already did that by teaching you how to think and believe in some bullshit that ain't real. Pinch yourself. You have 5 senses. Those senses are real. They are real gifts from the Creator of you. For you to be a creator too. Come on, people. You're real. When you were a kid, you believe in bullshit. Now you're a full-grown adult. You gotta set that bullshit aside and start thinking like an adult. That fairy tale bullshit is over, baby. Because if you look at it, don't put this on the Creator, baby. Because the Creator is all love. The Creator loves us unconditionally, never to do anything to hurt you because you are the Creator. The Creator is creation. The Creator is not devastation or destroying anything. That's all man's doing. Because I can tell you one thing. I done been where you trying to go. I'm just trying to go back. I know that we eternal, and that's the true facts. I died to be back here to know what I know and not be able to read nothing out of a book. That's why I can ask any of y'all smart, educated people. The truth is, who is in between you loving you? Love is the Creator. So love is already there. You put God and Jesus in between them. The Creator already created heaven. That's that sun in the sky. That one and only Son without a mother or father. The only one Son if something happened to us, if we all die. All living things here on earth, and in the ocean too. If something happened to that sunlight, we all are through. So that's the divine light of all life here on earth. But the Creator of all this here is in you to work. Because think about it. The Creator holds that one position as number one. Because 1 and 2. Let me explain it to you. Why do you have 2 hands instead of just 1? The truth to the matter is, the reason why you have 2 hands instead of just 1, because 2 is always better than 1 when the Creator of all has none, works through you to be a creator yourself, to use your 2 hands to get the job done. And now you thinking, going towards the Creator with your free will, loving what you create, knowing that you have no material motive for the things you done created. You want everybody to enjoy it and not have a price tag on it. It's all love, baby. So like I say again, it is what it is. It do what it do. The Creator is the love that you feel in you to know that you are real too. Fuck that bullshit that you believe in and that you was taught to believe in to hold you into that groove, man. Come on, man. You was taught that there's such thing as bad words when we was born into words and curses. When someone said that that's a bad word, that's a curse word, we was born into those words and curses. All you doing when you saying these words is expressing yourself without putting any harm to anybody else. But whenever you that upset to have to use any curse words, it's all because someone made you get to that point. But you should never get to that point of being that much upset because you have free will to will any situation your way by doing it the loving Creator of not having devastation. I'm just saying because none of y'all are knockout artists. So whenever you decide to call yourself fighting anybody, always know this. If you're not a knockout artist, and the object and when you're fighting is to stop that person you're fighting, you say you're not a killer, but to stop that person, anything can happen. You can be a killer or be killed. That's the violence in fighting. So I say to those of you who want to know the truth, it is what it is. The truth is in you. You have the power to do right through you because you are not promised tomorrow. You have to do what's true to you today. Because to die in wrong is to come back in life wrong. And in the circle of life, you don't want that way. Because the hell that you'll be in will be the only hell that you created for yourself, mentally stated, when you did whatever you did wrong in that day when you died in the wrong that you was doing that day. So like I said again, we at the Truth Channel, and we're going to listen to some of this truth so you can lay up there and realize you got to get it in you.
In regards to the FEMA 72-hour notification that we've heard so much about in the last day, and it says here, KBR, Government Defense and Infrastructure, Project Overview and Anticipated Project Requirements. And it says here, KBR is establishing a national quick response team for our current Federal Emergency Management Agency and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers work, and for anticipated future contracts. Upon completion of evaluation, certain subcontractors may be invited to establish a master services agreement with pre-established lease rates and terms and conditions. The continental U.S. will be broken up into 5 regions as indicated in the map below.
We basically talk about people that already got their soldiers and shit ready. All they looking for is a contract to come in here.
I know most of you are probably already familiar with the FEMA
and basically
regions.
And put us in slavery again.
Here the green number 1, the yellow number 2, the brown number 3.
It ain't hard to do if ain't nobody worrying about it.
And I don't know if this means this is the first they're going to be up in this region, and second over here, and third, and these are the priorities. I'm just speculating here, but if that's the case, then it would seem that along the New Madrid and up into that fault line I've been talking about, that it extends from the St. Lawrence Seaway Valley up here and down into through the Great Lakes and down into the New Madrid. So, that maybe that's why they're starting out here and here first, because they're going to have to, once a disaster occurs along the New Madrid, then they're going to be hitting these areas here. And so who knows? I mean, I'm just speculating, not right there, but I'll link you guys up to the entire document. And it says here, anticipated project requirements, establish services listed below within 72 hours for initial setup and respond within 24 hours for incremental services. This is a contingency project, and it should be stressed that lead times will be short with critical requirements due to the nature of emergency responses. Subcontractors must be flexible and able to handle multiple shifting priorities in an emergency environment.
Now stop it right there to see this here. I can't read some of the shit that y'all seeing, and if I could read some of the shit that y'all seeing, I'll be doing these damn things myself and not constantly have these people put my shit muted out simply because I'm adding truth to the truth that you're hearing so you can get the truth, to feel the truth, to know the truth, not to believe in some bullshit that ain't much going on in you. It's going on all around you. I'm just saying. Because to me, this seems like some shit off of TV, off of some fucking video game. Because we talking about the militia. We talking about some fucking contractors that gonna have contracts to lay up there and fucking hold the people under fucking house arrest, almost just like fucking slaves. Because as they coming round us up, they gonna be talking to us, wanting to know which one of us is gonna sell out to them. I'm like, this here to y'all. A lot of y'all gonna sell our tongue because y'all gonna want to survive. I know we eternal, baby. So ain't nobody gonna lay up there and make me do nothing against my free will, because it's mine. Period. I die first before I live a fucking slave living under nobody's fucking foot. Never a motherfucking again. And it is what it is. And I love you. And I just want you to put that in your mind. Because as long as you eternal to the truth, baby, you're going to be eternal through and through, baby. But you lay up there and settle for the fucking lie, baby, you a fucking lie too, baby. And I'm just trying to told you, yeah.
Lines needed must be short, but not necessarily pre-positioned.
Everybody, we all know
technology.
So
boy.
Dan, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Brad, you all set?
Y'all don't want the truth to go past it. Cause y'all be putting commercials on shit. Y'all be letting this truth go clean out.
It goes on to say that the personnel on site to be covered by these services will depend on the size and scope of the recovery effort. But for estimating purposes, the camp will range in size from 301 to 2,000 persons for up to 30 days in length. The offerer will not have to submit a proposal for each service in each state.
Sanitary,
please identify which state and or region your company can perform the requested services.
Those environments gonna be. Come on, man. This
the
sounds
descriptions
like the
of the
Holocaust.
services are for reference only, and any and all specific requirements will be forthcoming with detailed statements of work in an RFP solicitation. And it goes on to talk about a few of the other things, and so I'll link you guys up with that article, and you can check it out yourself. And
I can't read to live there and go to all the little websites and everything.
However,
so
it's also worth noting that
they have a major advantage
another reason why
over me
they
as
could
far
have
as
these labels
cutting
1,
me
2,
off
3,
from
4
putting my
on
part.
You know, this is the most densely
truth,
populated
with the
area in
truth
North
that people
America,
are finding out.
right up in this
but
region.
Besides all that,
And,
I'm talking about
most
the
of Canada
religion
lives
part
right
of the
along this
lie.
area too.
I'm talking about the truth of the
all along here.
spiritual part is being the creator.
And so that could be another
in you.
reason. But again, I'm just speculating there. So we'll get to this next article I wanted to show you that also touches on this topic. But before I do, I just want to say, if you haven't seen the videos or heard about the National Defense and Authorization Act, or the NDAA, where the government says they can go round up people and without charge or trial and haul them off and imprison them. And I also posted much mainstream coverage within the last year talking about how Obama and the Obama administration had been pushing for this prolonged detention. So I'll link you up with this article anyways, and I'll get to the next piece here. Okay, this article here is from the Intel News Network, or the intelhub.com, sorry. And the title reads, Fed's interest in food storage facility connected to FEMA Executive Order 10999. And if we go on to read here, it says, on Thursday, Stuart Rhodes of Oath Keepers posted a bulletin on the organization's blog reporting on federal agents demanding a food storage cannery in Tennessee turn over customer lists so they might discover who is purchasing bulk storable foods and storing it at the facility owned by Mormons. So why do they want to know who's storing food?
Wow.
Oh, and if you remember, I just passed a bill, or I didn't pass it, sorry, I just posted a video, I meant to say, talking about how, in the NDAA bill, if you have 7 days or more of food stored, that you could be considered a terrorist, and that's actually in the bill. And Rand Paul even talks about that in one of his speeches, or one of his addresses, I should say. And it says, as Rhodes notes, it is part of Mormon church religious doctrine to store food for hard times and emergencies. Church doctrine states that each family store a year's worth of basic dry goods along with 3 months' worth of store-bought canned and boxed foods. These church canneries also often sell food storage items to non-church members, seeing it as both morally right and prudent to help their neighbors store food, whatever their faith, Rhodes explains. He then speculates as to why the feds would demand customer lists DHS/FEMA wants to know which Americans have food storage so the federal government can at some point, or can at some future point, confiscate that food. Just as with lists of gun owners, compiling such lists is the first step towards future confiscation, he writes. And it says here, in fact, the government codified the concept of food confiscation and redistribution when President Kennedy issued Executive Order 10999 on February 16th, 1962. And it goes on to say, 10999 was one of several executive orders signed by Kennedy under the rubric of national emergency that extended extrajudicial power to FEMA, including the ability to control communications, energy, food, fuel, farms, transportation, highways, railroads, inland waterways, and seaports, health, education, and welfare. Oh, so all they gotta do is create a disaster and they control everything. Like they don't already.
I'll stop it right there again, people, to say this. Life is what we, the people, make it for the people. How are we allowing a certain amount of people to get this monopoly so well in tuned, and we, the people, not act up before they act up, and then just close off all our contact with each other, like the internet, like what we have right now, like the things that you're seeing on the internet, like my shit being muted out, my shit being videos not being able to be seen in certain countries, all because I'm asking the simple questions. Why are people so violent? People are so violent because of the belief system that they're in, to believe in the bullshit that's the system that they're in, and not realize that all the while they was never taught that the creativity in them is the creator of them. The power is in them to be a creator themselves. They was never taught this, man. You was always taught to believe outside yourself, that something outside you is gonna push you to help. No, it's the creativity inside of you that's motivating you. You have that spark, you have that fire, you have that drive, you have the motivation to go straight, not to the left, not to the right, not backwards, not the two wrong. Where one man's wrong could be right, because his right could be wrong. Not those two wrongs. That's those two rights, not those two rights. There's two rights. It could be right, but then it could be wrong, because man said it was right and it could be wrong. That's two rights. But straight is one way. And I am as straight as an arrow shot at a target knowing it's going to hit in the middle. And I am as sharp as a razor that can cut a hair follicle down the middle. And all I need is a platform. And the platform would say strictly to this: yes, your religion is bullshit, but if you want to stay together like that, change the shit that you're in and go with you or the shit. Fuck that religion shit and stop trying to be in some shit that is bullshit. Get yourself together so you can shine like the creator in you wants you to create out of you, to be the best you that you can be, so you can create for everybody to see that this is an all together, not one together, together. And I'm not preaching, I'm just teaching you to know you better. I'm just saying. People make this motherfucker go
Just
round.
be a heck of a lot easier if they could just implement, martial law, so to speak, and just have the military come in and enforce everything. It's starting to get sickening. Anyways, the EO also allows FEMA to organize citizen work brigades under government control and undertake the relocation of the population. So they can relocate people and organize citizen work brigades under government control, which is almost similar to what we have right now, actually. And it says 10999 also gives FEMA the authority to control all public storage facilities. On June 3rd, 1994, President Clinton consolidated all previous FEMA executive orders into one all-encompassing order, number 12919. As many have noted, FEMA is not an emergency agency. It is a martial law agency. It is often referred to as the secret government of the United States. It is not an elected body. It does not involve itself in public disclosures, and it even has a quasi-secret budget in the billions of dollars. And I've heard a lot of people.
But we broke.
Say that.
But we
FEMA
broke.
is just a.
But we broke,
Nazi,
man. Women.
Another extension of
we broke.
The Nazi regime.
But they got money to hide and buy weapons and shit with our tax money, which they hiding and buy weapons and shit with our shit, man. We part of our own demise, man. That's some bullshit.
I'm just speculating there, but from all the
because
stuff
ain't no guy coming to say this. It's all man-made bullshit, man. Our vibrations, us as the people, need to move to come together to change the vibrations to this evil bullshit.
But the actions they're taking as well, and the rapid rate at which it's occurring is also kind of worrying. But it's not about living in fear, people.
Nope, it ain't. It ain't. I don't fear this. I don't fear this. I don't fear this.
I can get over sick wall into my Mercedes-Benz Metris. To get sick.
I fear us as the fucking sheeple.
She can't stop these people. They're going to do what they're going to do, and all you can do is be the best person you can be and live your life the right.
You hear that man? That man telling the truth. See, you can't even much worry about the bullshit if you can't really do shit about the bullshit, but you gotta speak up about the bullshit, and it's time to start talking and moving some shit. Because if we don't start moving into doing some shit, ain't shit gonna happen but the shit that they making happen. They moving shit. We the ones that sitting here watching the shit on TV. We the ones that ain't even telling the other people that we see. Some bullshit is happening to the people, man. We are allowing our people that's supposed to be there for the people when we are put on the fence to be our last defense as our army is gonna be the ones that's putting the people on the fence and pushing them off it. Come on, man. This is ball. Woo. This is mind-boggling to it's ridiculous to the point where I don't hate them. I can just dislike them because I'm sending the beautiful vibrations of love, trying to touch them. But they already know the truth to what they're feeding you. The bullshit. To keep you docile on when they do this shit. Because this shit is about to happen. Because we've been sold, people. We've been sold the fuck clean the fuck out. Us as the people. All over the world. We've been sold the fuck out. We've been sold the fuck out to the dollar and the greed of the people that got the dollar and they greedy. And they about to do us in. You would never think that another slavery, like when they slaved the brown people, and then like they slaved their own people, then like they about to slave the people of the new generation. If we don't do nothing now, think about the slavery that our grandchildren gonna be in. They're about to kill me because I'm about to go straight to letting them see that I ain't bullshitting them about what happened to me. Somebody's gonna be held responsible for a doctor telling me that I was HIV positive, but I'm not. And an HIV infectious disease doctor telling me that they caught the disease just in time, telling me that this is the disease that only a doctor could detect, and this is the reason why I was having all the symptoms that the doctor that I reported 3.5 years ago would know that I've been having these symptoms for a long time. But this is what's happening. People are putting too much faith in their doctors, when their doctor's job is to put them on as much medication that they can get paid to. I'm just saying, don't believe in your doctor. Believe in your body has its own healing mechanism, being your own, its own DNA, being your immune system working. With the DNA of you being a human and not an animal, and you stop eating all animal products and all the food that they put together with glucose that's not food, and start eating to live and not killing to eat, then you're going to get your life back. Your body will heal itself if you give it rest and time to heal itself, but they're working you to the bone so you can't heal yourself. You need the medication to keep on going. That's the bullshit. We the people need to take back each state, back state to state, as the people that can relate, that knows the truth. That's what's happening. And think about it, people. I say it again. Think about it. We can't beat them in their guns, but we can beat them before the guns come out. Think about it, people. If I was the people in Houston on this Tuesday, I'll be out. I'll be out at City Hall. I'll be out at City Hall. I will be out at City Hall this Tuesday. We need to be out, people. We need to show the people that think that they can continue treating us like sheeple. It gotta stop. We the people make this world go round. So if we stop, their money stop. Only way they can make us do anything is to put debt over our head like it's a thing. But you gotta get the truth in you to not worry about it. To know that you eternal. What goes around comes around. If you do right in this world, when you're afterlife, you back in this life doing right again. Because it's just a everlasting fight of good against the bad. And it's the truth. But love is going to always prevail. Because that's the truth. And that's all we have. Come on, people. It's time to start thinking for yourself. Get out of that box. That four-corner box that you was put in, and you put the lid on yourself. Because like I said again, the first lie that was told to you was when you was given birthday, when that's not owed to you, when that's owed to your mama right there. Because your mama did all the work. Your mama did the 9 months, your mama did the labor, your mama did the mental changes. You was just born here, an empty glass waiting for some truth in it. I'm just saying. The truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. People, stop bullshitting yourself with the bullshit that you was taught to bullshit in, to believe in that bullshit.
Right way and get saved by God. Because in the end, these people are going to pay for everything they
God,
do.
you saved by the Creator.
I assume the only reason they're even carrying out with it is because they're deceived.
God is man-made.
Deceived by, you can call it evil spirits, if you will, or Satan, or whatever you want to call it. But they are deceived because the world shouldn't have any of this type of behavior in it. And the only reason it does is because, like I said, we were corrupted along the way.
Nope.
You know, it's not aliens didn't come and create us. That's what they're going to tell you with the whole New Age movement and everything like that. And basically, it wasn't like that at all. What it was is fallen angels corrupted and manipulated us along the way.
No fallen angels neither.
Either did something to our DNA or whatever it may have been, but they manipulated us. Anyhow,
man did that. Man
kind of getting off topic here. But this government organization has more power than the President of the United States or the Congress, it goes on to say. It has the power to suspend laws, move entire populations, arrest and detain citizens without a warrant, and then hold them without trial. It can seize property, food supplies, transportation systems, and can suspend the Constitution. If we take the above into consideration, it makes sense that the feds would be interested in keeping track of facilities storing food supplies. So there you have it. I'll include everything that I showed you in the links below.
I refuse to let myself be limited.
I just go show y'all how much bullshit is in regular TV, and now the bullshit done linked into cable TV. See, at one time, cable TV was true. Not cable TV is bombarding you with the bullshit too. Commercials to buy more shit. when really your mind should be on coming together in the real shit, not wanting they shit, not wanting to have to depend on they shit, not wanting to know one thing. I'm working in this shit for this shit and making this shit stronger, and not creating shit for me, my family, and people to live longer. That's the bullshit twist that you in this shit that they created. Because if you want the reality that you living in to change, you have to change it. You can't keep working toward the same old shit. I'm just saying. I know what I know. Because where I've been, you trying to go. I'm just trying to go back. Because I tell you one thing. When I gave up on life, and this is the facts. When I gave up on life with free will, knowing that I was doing everything right that I could do to obtain life by listening to the doctors and the shit that they was telling me like they was facts. I was doing everything believing in God and Jesus was coming back. I was doing everything that that person that's believing in the bullshit that he was taught to believe in could possibly do to believe in is gonna help, and it was coming true. Sooner or later was not coming, and I saw those facts now. I saw that now. When I realized now, when I went into the light and everything went black, but then everything felt right. And I knew for a fact I was with the divine creator. I ain't want to come back to this bullshit. But when I came back, I was happy to be back. I was ready. I was pumped. I was psyched. I was jacked. I was ready to tell the world where I went at. And then I was shot down by some nurses when they sarcastically said, "Welcome back, Mr. Northland." And I felt not wanting to be there from them. I didn't feel love. I didn't feel like a situation I was in that they went through and what happened, I got through it and they was happy too. I didn't get that feeling when I came back. I had the feeling of what they tried to do, they couldn't do, because I'm here to do what I know what I'm doing, telling the truth about what I know and giving y'all the facts. When I say that I can give you 4 periods of your life, when I say I can give you 4 words starting with L, ending with E that sums up your life from beginning to ending in 4 stages, when I say I can give you 1 word, 4 letters that sums it up how it all came to be here, and it's the Creator's original name, and then tell you that y'all couldn't think of the Creator's original name to save your life because you wouldn't think of the name because you was taught not to think for you. Because the Creator has no name. The Creator is you feeling with your 5 senses. The divine is all that goes on in your mind. For you know not when you dreaming what's going on in real life. You're in the twilight zone when you sleep. That's the peace that your mind is supposed to have when you're doing right. But when you having nightmares and this, that, and the other, that's the turmoil of how you living your life. Because that's you confused in the creator of you inside of your mind. That's not right. When you think of the creativity that goes on in your brain every day and every night, that's things that have to be put together. To be think twice, 3 times, 4 times, if more. But not to be just jumped on. It's to be sure. That's what straight is. When I say there's 2 rights. Straight is something that's done like good things come to those who wait in time. Because if you take time doing whatever you're doing, you don't have to believe it's going to work. You're going to know it's going to work because you put in the work for it to go. And for it to go as long as it can go, for you to know when it breaks, you can fix it to go a little longer. I'm just saying, not to create something to break down at a certain time so a person could have to go buy another one. That ain't straight. That might be right to you because you want to make money off it too. That's the two rights that I say. There's one could be wrong, but there's only one straight to the creator, which name is love. Because love making between a man and a woman is the only way to create a creation that can go on doing what's straight. Right is two. Straight is straight. Not to the left, not to the right, and not backwards. Those of you who want the truth to know and not have to believe in something somebody told you so, that's you. That's opening your eyes to know what's straight and the reason why you're alive. And that's to go straight and creating something for all. It's all about the love, baby. You gotta love yourself to care more about people you don't know. Like I'm hugging myself right now. Hugging you that I don't know. And I'm sending extra vibrations out to Haiti because I want them to know. I love you. I feel for you. You're going through some hell here on earth. But I want you to know that there's a lot of people that loves you too. And they're going to send out their vibrations to work too. We're going to change this whole shift of these bad people in their work. Because to know that there's enough for everybody to share in this world to go as the circle is around, around, around. We are in this world together, not one gather. Two is always better than one. Because more together can get a real job done when it helps out for everybody in the circle of life. I'm done. That map is ugly because when you look at it, it's broken into five. Just like I say, we got the five senses that let you know that you are alive. And you see Texas, where I'm at, is number 4. And just like I said, I can give you everything that I know, like your 4 periods of life. Your first period of life is when your mom missed hers. Then you live in a period. And then you die in a period. And then you're on a death certificate. He or she is dead. Period. But it's only one. You and that other person could die at the same time. But as long as y'all don't die together, making love to making another one of each other, that's heaven right there. But if you just die outside of that, you die as one. But you come back again. But what you come back as is what you live as, and that is what's done. Because straight is the Creator's will. That one way is one. Just as I say, 2 is better than 1. When the Creator has no hands, can work through you to get the job done. Because the problem with people today is that first mechanism that's embedded in their brain to always beat the next person next to them. It's not about beating or cheating anyone. This life journey is a together journey, and that's with everyone. Never to want to beat or get over on anyone to be first. Because when you think about first, when you take on being first, do you really deserve to be first? Will you do the sacrifices that it takes to be first, like the one and only one of the Creator being the first and Creator, created from nothing to be everything to us, inside of us, to be able to know anything, to do any will, to choose any way. The true way is only one way, and that's to create without no material motive, but for the love of every one living entity here on earth. Because this is where your job is supposed to be done. The goodness that's in you, to knowing who the Creator is in you, to be a creator too, is for you to know you 100%. And I can say to any of you out there that say that you are 100% with you, I can take 10% from you when I can ask you the question, then ask you to ask yourself and tell the truth to yourself, because you can lie to me, but you can never lie to yourself. And that question would be, and that 10% I could take away from you would be, you only care for the people you love and you know. But you say that you care. But you only care for the people you love and you know. You don't really care for the people you don't know. Because when someone asks you that you don't know, do you care? You'll say you care just because it's the right thing to say. You wouldn't tell the truth because you don't care. Because you don't know them that way. And it's not the way to feel. I love those of you out there more than I love the people that I do know. Because the people that I do know that I love them because of the vibration that they feel when they say my name. But I love you out there because I can hug you and I can say that. And when I feel myself, I can send out the vibrations, hoping that you can feel the love going the same out into the air of the living people that's loving. But to pick and choose the people in the circle of life to love or care about and not be able to keep them in the circle of life is wrong. Love the whole circle on the outside and makes the inside of the circle stronger. And it makes you feel better and live longer. Because we're about to go through some real bullshit, people. But it's time to realize that we're not sheeple. We're not going to believe in what we was taught to believe in no more. We're going to believe in the Creator is in us to go. So we can know that we're creators too. Come on, people. The power is in you. It's not outside you to be worshiping like a God and a Jesus is going. Look at the shit that done happen around you. You know no mother or no father would allow that to happen to you. So why do you think that there's a Father in heaven? Heaven is in you. Heaven is when you are creating another one of you. When that man and that woman come together. That's a feeling that you could never explain. Because that's the feeling that negative and positive come together to be one. In that time, knowing each other, knowing the responsibility of coming together to make another one of each other. But you know that person. So that's why that will supposed to be done. Making love is saying the Creator's name. While you're doing the same, you tell me, isn't it a shame? You're not making God. And God we trust is on money. And y'all trust in money more than y'all trust in y'allself. Right there should give you something to think about. Damn, I need some help. I'm trusting in money more than I'm trusting in people. Because if anything happens to these pieces of paper, all I got is my people. And I'm talking about all people. Because true change only starts in the start of you to change. In the start of all life in the womb starts off as you as a heart. Isn't that ironic? You start off as love. You start off as the Creator's original name. Where did this God and Jesus bullshit come from? It comes from the people that changed us as being the good people. I'm talking about the mixed up people, the mutts. I'm talking about the original Africans from the beginning of life, from the start. Everything starts off in your heart. And once your heart changes to know that's your start, from the spark of the first beat is the Creator of you, for you, to start off with you. You just don't know you yet because you're a baby. I'm just telling you the truth of what I know, not of what I believe in or read in no book. This comes from the Creator of us all going to straight, going to be straight, going to know that only way to create life is between a man and a woman. Any other way is not straight. It is not to wait to come literally together to create another one of each other. A man and a man can't do it. A woman and a woman can't do it. So whatever they're doing is just a waste of time. But just over time is where this twist came in, along with that God bullshit and that nursery rhyme. Because I can break your God shit down for you to know the truth is in you. When you look at that God bullshit as not being the truth. Like, God is good. And then y'all chant all the time. No, 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 no. Good is good all the time. God is good is a nursery rhyme that y'all was taught how to chant. Especially when you look in that Bible and what it says, fear God. Come on. If you look at fear, false evidence appearing real, you'll look straight at God. Because you pinch yourself, you can feel from your five senses to know that that's real. And that's love from the Creator because you feel it. And you'll remember it. Because like I said again, love is something you just can't understand. But it's real. And you can feel it. God is some bullshit that man made for you to be twisted up in this bullshit. Because I said to you before I dismiss myself, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Slippery, so lies can't hold on. Lies just slide off, and the truth carries on. In a loving, peaceful, perfect world. But we live here in Babylon. Here in Babylon, the truth is as twisted as a pretzel stick and twice as salty. Try these shoes on for size. With two left shoes, when will you know to go right? And with two right shoes, sooner or later you get left behind. That's why the divine created balance inside you. Right, left, in, out, right, wrong. Inside of you, in your DNA, is embedded reciprocity and empathy, the four pillars of your heart. I'm just saying, people. I'm just talking from my heart. And this is the Creator of me. Because like I said again, I can't read or write to be able to got any of the bullshit that's most of the bullshit that comes out of your books. But I tell you one thing, once I learn how to read and write, oh, I'm going to be the best lawyer that's going to put all these liars to become the best judge that's going to put all these liars asses in jail if I get the chance. Because I know for real, the truth is, there's no such thing as here today, gone tomorrow. Here today, gone today. Because nobody's promised tomorrow. And the truth of the, you can go right now in the things that you do right now. But are you in the truth of the loving creator right now in the things that you do right now? Because like I say again, if you're doing anything to anybody bad right now, in the circle of life, if you die in it, don't think it's over with right then and right now. It goes back into the circle of life, out of life into the eternal life. And that's where, if you didn't do it right and you got caught in the wrong that's going to be done to you, you're going to think it's wrong, but it's going to be right because you put yourself in that situation for that afterlife. I'm just saying, pick up your vibration, people. You got to love yourself to care more for people you don't know. I love you.